Welcome to the Empower Women Show with Jane Trimble, the show that elevates and empowers women in the community by sharing their story and showcasing their business. With me in the studio today is Steph Cameron, a singer-songwriter from Saskatoon. Hi, Steph.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, I'm really well. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm really, really excited. You're the first singer-songwriter, musician that we've had on the show.
It's amazing.
And okay, so why don't we start, just share a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and we know you're a singer-songwriter, what your music is about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I write a lot of music about sort of grounding myself to this whole album that I just kind of released in April, Blood Moon, is really about just grounding myself to the earth and natural, you know, the natural environment and the natural world. I'm from Saskatoon. I've been playing music my whole life, but I've been playing it professionally since about 2013 is when I put out my first record. This is record number 3 I'm on right now. Before that, I was a busker forever, and I earned my living as a busker for a long time, sort of traveling across the country.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. It sort of like helped me get my performance skills, you know, a bit, because everything sort of depended on getting people excited and getting people involved. So
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're, okay, we shared a little bit before we started this interview. You were born in Saskatoon, but then you moved out to BC and then came back.
Yeah, I grew up in the Lower Mainland, just outside of Vancouver, and then I came back and I went to high school in Saskatoon, and then I've just kind of been back and forth between BC and Saskatoon since then.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. And what brought you back to Saskatoon?
My family's from here, okay. And I think, you know, my husband and I have children, and just, I mean, we didn't when we came back, but I think just being close to family when you have a young family is really important. I have a lot of support here with my family, so yeah, it definitely helps, and it's just nice to, you know, grow the family together. So that's part of why we stayed.
Yeah, love it. And what got you into music in the first place?
I don't know. It was just a part of me. It was always a part of me. And I would just sing and sing and sing, and I would play on a little piano. Like from the time I was 2, I would sing. And, you know, just writing little melodies and songs always in my head. And then it just kind of progressed. And so I've always written songs. It's funny, in my son, I've got a 4-year-old and an 8-month-old. And in my 4-year-old, like for my 4-year-old, I can see it in him too. He just sings and sings constant. It's just something that's a part of him, and I really expect him to get into music and to write songs as well. Yeah.
Amazing. Is this something that your parents nurtured in you? You know, did they see that talent in you, and did they encourage it?
Yeah, my whole family actually, and my grandma and my auntie and I used to sing like from when I was about 5 probably is when they started teaching me to harmonize. Yeah. So when we'd be driving, they would be singing a melody and I would be harmonizing with my auntie, and I was in choir for a while. And that really helped me see, you know, how big music can be and how complex. But I was never in band, where I never had, you know, lessons on my instrument or anything like that.
Okay. So it was all pretty organic?
Yeah, it really was. It was just always something I was driven to do, was to play. And I was never really driven to play professionally. Yeah. It kind of just happened to me. Yeah. I just kind of got offered some pretty amazing opportunities with my first album, and then that album did really well. You know, I got a Polaris Prize nomination, and it just kind of launched me into this world of touring and recording, and so I've just been kind of going along with it because it's fun and it's great, and it allows me to, like, I love to record my songs. Yeah. But yeah, it's not something that I really pursued, I guess I would say.
It pursued you,
I guess
perhaps?
so.
Yes, it chose you. Yeah. I always think, you know, you do have to be a little bit mad to go into music. It is a very, very tough path to do, sure but if it's choosing you, you don't really have an option.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's not the only thing that is a part of my life. I also, you know, I do other things as well. Like I work for an organization called the Community Arts Mentorship Program, and I have a lot of different directions. I'm in university, and I have all these other things.
You're in university?
Yes, I'm in university.
What are you studying?
I'm studying to be a teacher, so that's going to be another thing that I'm going to be doing.
Love it. Very cool. What do you want to teach?
Well, I'd love to teach English. Yeah, my university experience has been really, really great. As I mentioned, I have an 8-month-old. Yeah. And this year has just been wild for me. Like I was pregnant all throughout my classes this year. I was actually in class the day I gave birth, and then a few weeks later I came back and I brought my son with me every day to class, my infant. Wow. And then, you know, school wrapped up. I think my last final was April 24th. Then I released this album on April 25th. Flew to Toronto for 4 days of practice, rehearsals, then flew to London, England, and then launched into this month-long tour. So we've only just gotten back. So it's just, I'm like breathing for the first time, I feel like, in about a year and a half.
What a whirlwind. So yeah, about a year and a half. Well, I'm glad you're getting to breathe now. So you just got back from a tour. How was that?
It was amazing. Yeah, we had 4 dates in the UK and then a string of, you know, a few weeks in Europe. And I was with this incredible artist, Abigail Lapel. She is from Toronto. We flew out, we shared a band, and we sang on each other's sets. And it was a co-bill, so each night we would kind of rotate who was on first and second. And as you know, I brought my baby, and she brought her baby, who was 1 month younger than mine. So we had these 2 babies with us and our husbands to help take care. And
yes, I love it.
It was wonderful. And so every night, you know, Abigail would crack jokes about the babies being out back having a smoke or a drink, or just like really fun. And I thought, you know, the whole time I was thinking, if I was just me with my baby on tour and the band, I would feel like I was taking up too much space every time the baby cried, or, you know, we were delayed because of the baby. But because there was 2 of us, it was kind of like, this is what it is, you know, and everybody's got to get on board. And it's just, we're on the road with a couple of babies. So it was really fun.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my visions is to see more women with babies on their hip at things like award shows and playing shows and making political speeches, and you know, we can't just like delegate it to somebody else just because this person's pregnant. You know, have the baby, make it part of the thing.
Part of your community.
Yeah,
I know. I really felt like I was able to do that this year with school. My baby was a part of my school life every day. So you know, I did get some honors at school, and I did bring my baby up to receive them. And then on stage, you know, cleaning up after the set, you know, the babies are there rolling up cables.
It's so cool. I love it. Now, Steph, would you like to play a song for us?
I would love to.
I am dying to hear some songs, or a song off of the new record.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So just while you're setting up, where can people hear your music?
Okay, well, I am, you know, I'm on all the streaming platforms. So Spotify and Apple Music and, you know, of course, YouTube and that sort of thing. I also have a website, which is stephcameron.com, and you can actually order, you know, the vinyl, which we have right here. Yeah, we have this. And then this is Blood Moon. This is the most recent record. And then also some other albums of mine are available on my website as well.
I love it.
Another time, I'd surely like to stay, but I must be moving on. I'll write you in the morning time, sure as the sun is rising in the east and setting in the west. Your love is bound to ramble on.
So good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, thank
you. Mesmerizing. Your voice is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, so gorgeous. And this guitar sounds beautiful as well.
Yeah, this guitar has really been around with me, and I'm very grateful to it. It's got such a bright sound, and it's got quite a narrow neck, so it's great for a woman.
Yes, and for finger picking, yeah. Okay, what was the song about? What's that about? What inspired it?
So many of my songs are just about, sort of just a feeling. It's funny, I have a strong association between sound and color. Sort of almost a synesthetic thing where it gets a little bit crossed in my mind. So when I hear a certain guitar melody, I really have visions of color. And so for me, a lot of songs can be difficult to describe, well, what really are they about? Because it's just an expression of the color in my mind.
Wow!
That makes sense. I don't know. That's just kind of the way it is for me. So it can be a bit challenging. I mean, I know it's about the morning.
Yeah. So what color was this song?
Oh, it's sort of a pink and a blue.
A pink and a blue.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just the way it is for me.
Were you always that way?
I was, but I never realized it was not typical.
It's not typical.
Until a couple years ago when I started kind of talking about it a little bit more, and people didn't really know what I was saying or trying to, but I have encountered a few other people that have, some associations like that. It's not always sound and color. Some people have other crossed signals.
It's a superpower. It's your superpower, Steph. Embracing it.
Yeah.
I love it. And what's next for you? What's coming up? What can we look forward to?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Well, I'm taking some time off now just to kind of recover from the last year and a half.
Yeah, breathe.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I was speaking with my manager yesterday, and she was saying, well, we should get back in the studio, and, when are you available for touring next? And so I just have to sort of get those things in line and sort of think about what exactly it is that I want to do from here. And yeah, but if people are interested, people can always look on my social media, or my website is a great place to go, which is, again, just stephcameron.com.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show
today. Thanks so much for having me. It was such a pleasure.
Yeah, your music is stunning, and I'm looking forward to what's in store and what's to come. But in the meantime, I will be diving into your discography and having it on repeat through the summer.
Thanks.
Okay, well, until next time. Queens belong on thrones, let's put them there.